here in a construction there are the main 4M is compulsory required. First one is a material, second is a manpower, third one is a money, and fourth one is a machinery. So these 4M is important M's, 4M. So in a one of the 4M is a machinery or equipment. So in this machinery, from the machinery we complete the work very fast, and quality work we got a quality work. So here introduction is given regarding the construction equipment. So here in this chapter we discuss about how to manage the equipment, and we start with introduction. So construction equipment are one of the very important resource of the modern day construction, and equipment are utilized for most of the work, including earth moving operation, aggregate production, concrete production, and its placement, and so on. So here there are the different equipment is used, like in earthwork there are the different equipment used, like excavator. Then after, for compacting purpose, road roller is required. Then after, for a lifting purpose, crane is required. So these are the different machinery is used, like for a concrete mixture machine is required, or for a ready mix concrete, so RMC plant is compulsory required. So these are the different machinery used to prepare or to complete the work of the construction site. So one cannot think any major construction activity without construction equipment. Like we construct a multi-story building, like 10-story building. So for lifting the material, it is difficult to lift the material by the manpower is a very difficult and time consuming method. So for this we use the tower crane. So by using the tower crane we easily lift the material from ground floor or from the ground to another floor, like on a 10th floor or a 15th floor, etc. So here there are the different type of the construction equipment suitable for a different activities in a construction project. So here different machineries available, and each machines work are different. So the choice of the construction equipment defined as a construction method which in way lead to determination of a time and cost of the project. So here, like for excavation, if we select any area, particular area, and when we excavate the particular area by manually, so it's a time consuming and costly. As compared to this, if we use the excavator to excavate any particular area, so it's very less time consuming and complete the work on or before time, and it's lower cost as compared to manually. Now next topic we start is classification of the construction equipment. So construction equipment have been classified in a various following ways, like on the basis of function and equipment performance. Second is on the basis of operation in which equipment is used, and third one is based on purpose, like a general purpose or a special purpose equipment. So these are the question asked in a GTO examination, like this, like classify the construction equipment and explain and list the construction classification, and explain any one in a detail or a two in a detail. Now next here first one is a classification based on functions and equipment performance, like complete the work within a 1 hour, complete the work in within a 2 hour, etc. So equipment performance is a very fast or a slow is a dependency of the equipment. And second is on the basis of operation which the equipment is used, like there are the different operation is there in a construction work, like excavation, then after concreting work, then after compacting work, then after vibrating work. So these are the different uh, operations is there, and different equipment is required to complete the task. So and third one is based on purpose. So here in a general purpose and special tasks, like in a general purpose, like if we construct a road, so road methodology for all the time are same, like a road we construct at on a village area or on a city area. So road construction methodology is same. So it's a general purpose, we use the excavator or a road roller, etc. machinery are used. And another is a special purpose equipment, like some of the time we construct a dam. So in a dam, it's a special equipment are required for a compacting, for a surface finishing, for a equipment lifting, etc. So here classification of the construction is different as per our requirement. Now next is a factor for selection of the equipment. So here there are the 7 factor effect for select the equipment. So first one is the economic consideration. So like if we select any machinery, so it's economical for us. So if sometime we select heavy machinery, so overall construction cost is increased due to selection of the construction equipment. So here like a small project work, so small JCB is required, like excavator, excavator is required, like in a large excavation area, so this type of the machinery is required. And as per uh, as per the time we also select the equipment, but it's economic for us, not a sometime not increase the overall cost as compared to targeted cost. Now next is a company specified. So there are the different companies are available in the market. So we use the different company, and maintenance of all the companies are different, like look like a car. So there are the different cars is available in the market by different companies, and all the cars are maintenance cost is different. So it is also affect for the selection of the equipment, like some of the equipment maintenance is very less as compared to another equipment, and some of the companies equipment maintenance is much more as compared to another equipment. Now next is a site specific. So here site is mostly affected, like site your selected site is on a hill area or a valley area or on a plain ground, plain terrain, etc. So it's a very difficult task to construct a building or any uh, construction on a hill area. So it's equipment required for a particular site selection is difficult, and equipment used for the particular area is different. Now next is the equipment specific. So in a some in a equipment specific, so there are the different operation is there in a construction work. So we select the particular task by the particular equipment. Next is a client and a project. So depend on a client and project. So project is there are the different type of the project, like a small project, large project, mini project, etc. So as per the size of the project we select the equipment, and if the small project is that, so we use the small equipments to complete the task or work on a time. And if the project is large and heavy project, so as per the requirement size of the equipment is increased. And next is a manufacturer. So here a manufacturer is a important thing in a selection of the equipment. So like who is the manufacturer of the particular equipment? So as per the manufacturer we decide the equipment quality and maintenance cost. And seventh one is a labor consideration. So in a labor consideration, so there are the if less number of the labor for a particular company, so we use the maximum use of the machinery to complete the work, and uh, number of labor is higher as compared to another companies, and so at that time machinery is required less. So here depends on a size of the depend on number of the labors. So these are the different factors, which one is a selection for the equipment. So like here different equipment listed is below, like earthwork equipment. So here backhoe is a description, and then after purpose. So for a backhoe purpose to excavate the below the ground or a lower of the elevation, and application is cutting the trench and pits etc, and leveling and loading, and second is shovel or front shovel. So for the excavation above its own track or wheel level. So for a cutting and leading is a application, and here capacity is also given, like struck bucket capacity is a 0.38 meter cube to 3.25 meter cube. Now next is a drag line. So purpose for a drag line is for a bucket bulk excavation in a loose soil below its own track level, and application is that for a canal and pits excavation, cutting and distilling of ditches, and it's only suitable for loose soil and marshy land and area containing water, and capacity for a drag line is a 0.38 meter cube to 3.06 meter cube. Then after another equipment is a clamshell or a grab. So for a deep confined cutting in pits trenches, and application is such as shafts, pits and valve, and consider hydraulically controlled bucket suspended from the lift arm, and its capacity is 0.38 meter cube to 3.06 meter cube. So clamshell and dragline capacity is the same. Now next is a dozer. So for moving the earth up to distance above the 100 meter, and shallow excavation, and acting as a trawling tractor, and the purpose of the scraper machine, and application for clearing and grubbing site, and excavation of the surface earth, and maintaining the roads, and can be track mounted or wheel mounted, and blade capacity is 1.14 meter cube to 6.11 meter cube. Similarly, earthquake equipment is a road roller or a compactor. So for a compaction of the earth and other material, like we use the road roller for a compacting bitumen, and used for the large work area like a highway, canals, airports etc, and comes in a different varieties, like a smooth wheel, vibratory roller, then after pneumatic tire roller, and ship footer roller. Now next is a scraper. So here scraper is for the side stripping and leveling and loading, hauling, and discharging over loading distance, and comes in a different varieties such as tower scraper and tout scraper, and two-wheel axle scraper, and three axle scraper, and base suitable for whole distance varying between the 150 meter to 900 meter, and size is different size is available, like 8 meter cube to 15 meter cube. And next is a dumper. So dumper is generally used for horizontal transportation of the material on or offsite, so suitable for hauling on softer subgrade. Large capacity dumper are used in a meat and quarries, and comes in a different variety with front tipping side, and elevator tipping arrangements. So load capacity of the 1 ton about the 80 ton to 20 ton is common for a small dumper, and Grader. So for spreading, fill and file trimming, subgrade, and a grader performs follow-up operation of a scraping bulldozer, and grading and finishing the upper surface of the earthen formation and embankment, and a grader usually operated in a forward direction only. So these are the earthwork equipment. Now next another equipment is like concreting equipment. So like a concrete batching and mixing plant, concrete mixture, and for wetting and mixing large quantity of the concrete construction, and its capacity is 20 meter cube to 250 meter cube, and concrete mixture. So for mixing the small quantity of the concrete constituents, and capacity up to the 200 liter per batch, and small mixture and between the 200 and 750 liter per batch for a large mixture, and concrete transist mixture. So it's for a transport the concrete from batching plant. So its capacity is 3 meter cube to 9 meter cube, and concrete pumps, static or portable. So for horizontal and vertical transportation of the large volume of the concrete in a short duration, and its construction can be accessed in a 120 meter cube per hour uh, specialized construction in industry. So here different equipment photograph is there. So this photograph is tower crane. So like top slaving tower crane, here hook is provided for lifting the material, and here control cabin is there. So tower crane height is we easily increase or decrease as per our requirement. Second is tower crane is a bottom slaving. So in a bottom slaving, tower crane is rotate from the bottom. Clear? So here tower crane is look like a top slaving, but here rotation is at the bottom, and control cabin is here. So in a simple top slaving tower crane, controlling is at a top side, and in a bottom slaving tower crane, control is at a bottom side. Next is a lattice boom truck mounted. So here boom truck mounted. So here crane hook is provided, and boom is provided. So it's mounted on a truck, and easily this crane is easily transported from one place to another place for lifting the material purpose. Next is a telescopic boom truck mounted. So here name indicate telescope. So here in a telescope, inner and outer uh, circular hollow pipe is uh, move inside and outside. So it's a telescope, and a broom truck mounted means here this crane is mounted on a truck. Next is a crawler crane. So here chain is provided at the bottom side in place of the tire, and here boom is provided and hook is provided for lifting the material, and this crawler crane is generally used in heavy construction sites. Next is a rough terrain mobile crane. So it's a small type of the mobile crane is there, and it's generally used in a industrial area for lifting purpose. And next type of the all terrain mobile crane. So here look this mobile crane look like telescopic mobile crane. So here telescopic crane and all terrain mobile crane both are look wise same, but capacity is less as compared to telescopic mobile crane. Now in a next lecture we discuss about the depreciation of the machinery. Now we here stop our lecture. Thank you.